PSA Collector.
What's going on, guys? It's Matt with PSAcollector.com, back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk with Loyola Nguyen from Thailand. She's 17 years old. She started her sports card YouTube channel in March of 2020 and has already surpassed 500 subscribers, guys. She is doing the work, she's grinding, she's getting the knowledge, and she's producing content, guys, and she's doing a great job. So I wanted to get her on my channel. I want to talk to her about what it's like being a female in a predominantly male hobby, and just kind of pick her brain a little bit, look at her YouTube channel, look at her Instagram page. She's been a fan of mine for as long as I can remember, and I'm excited, very excited to have her on the channel, and very excited to see the success of her channel. So without any further ado, guys, let's welcome Loyola Nguyen to the channel. Hey Loyola, thank you for being on my show and taking the time to talk with me about your channel and the massive growth you've had over the past, how long have you been doing this? The sports card?
Since March.
March of this year?
Yeah.
Wow. And you're already up to, let's see, you're up to 513 subscribers?
Yeah. It's
That's
been pretty
lot.
insane ever since you gave me the shout out on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought you got a couple,
Yeah.
but not. That's cool. So you've been doing this since March, and you're up to 513 subs. Now, I noticed your channel, it had a different direction when you first started. You were doing workout stuff. Are you going to...
Oh, no, I'm not.
I mean, that's okay. Maybe eventually down the road, you can start to incorporate that with your sports card niche. But I was just curious. I was like, I wonder how she's going to work in her workout with the sports cards. So right now you're primarily just focusing on the sports cards.
Yeah.
Cool. And that seems to be working for you. So if we go to your most popular video. Wow, is that most popular? Yes. So your number one video is almost 1,000 views, is which basketball player should you invest into? And that's awesome that you have 100% feedback, thumbs ups on that. And then you got a couple videos that were before your sports cards, and then Gary V is hated in the sports card community. That's your second most. So
It was like clickbait.
Yeah. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you, in my opinion, stay positive about it. But and knowing you're positive across the board, so that's very important. But that Gary V video I did, that continues to do views, and I didn't know it was gonna have that kind of effect, but I got a lot of views and subscribers. So that's your second most popular sports card video. How to know if a sports card will have great value. Excellent. That's like a tutorial type. I told Boris, people are craving knowledge in the hobby, that they want to know and learn as much as they can. So you have the top 5 basketball cards. I'm telling you, the same thing I told Boris. Those videos are what people want to see. And so good job on getting searchable titles and creating content on that. And I really think, and you already are continuing to do that, because your most recent video, which has gotten a lot of views within the 13 hours, is the basketball card investments, how I invested my first $1,000. And I think that's going to be a trending topic that more and more people are going to do. I've even thought about doing it. $1,000, that's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But, and then the 5 things you must do before you invest. People love those. That's your second most recent. 463, how to buy cards. That's PSA Collector. You should try me out on that. So you're definitely in the right direction. You're doing everything perfectly, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and click on this video. So I was watching this earlier, and it blew me away that the cards that you picked up. Now, you're not going to have any audio in the video.
What is going on, sports card investors? Now, today I'm going to share with you how I spent my first $1,000.
The same thing I told Boris. I love how you start the video off
and now,
with you on camera.
$1,000 is a lot of money, but now, guys,
you're communicating with your audience. They know what you look like. They can see that you're passionate and you're knowledgeable. You're doing the hand gestures. You speak with your hands. And that's just something that a lot of people do. and that's awesome that you're doing. You have the tags down here, basketball tags, cards, sports card investing. You have the video tag. So like I said, you're doing everything right. You have the details, links to other social media. And so essentially what I'm doing is I want to pick your brain and know what it's like to be. Well, let's start off with, how did you get started in the hobby? Like what made you want to start collecting sports cards?
So honestly, Gary Vee was pretty much a person who introduced sports cards to me. And like before this, I used to play a bit of high school basketball. So I was like, into basketball, but like I just felt like I would regret it if I don't like, at least put my toe in, because I know that like it's blowing up, and I'm also super passionate about like, both playing and watching basketball. So it's what I love already. So I thought that it would be like a good opportunity. Yeah.
That's awesome. And I love hearing that. When people come into the hobby or they start pursuing their passions because of Gary Vee, because right off the bat, I know if that person is listening to Gary Vee and they're passionate about him and they feel like a connection with them, then I know they're ready to grind and they're learning everything that they need to know. So, and that's exactly how I started back in the hobby too. Is Gary Vee? He pushed me to get rid of all those second guesses on what if I get haters, and just get past all that. So that's awesome to hear that Gary Vee got you back in, and your background. And basketball, I played basketball as a kid, but never like on a team. Like I would shoot outside of my house for hours. But that's awesome that you know some basketball knowledge, and that's going to give you a leg up when you're looking at different positions and players. So Gary Vee's the man. We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what has been your biggest drive with starting your channel? Your biggest drive other than Gary Vee and your passion. And so essentially, what is your long-term goal? What are you trying to achieve with your channel?
Just honestly, just connect with other people who are, into sports cards. I mean, basketball cards for the most part, but I feel like if I build like this brand, like people would be able to like know me already, I guess. And so like it would be easier for like me to talk to like a lot of people and, talk about like things we're passionate about, like basketball cards.
Build a community and give back to the community, which is the most important, I think, reason to want to pursue that growth. Reaching more people and spreading the knowledge and the passion. Awesome. Would you say you've had any different challenges with getting started in a predominantly male hobby? So being a female, what are some challenges you've faced in the hobby? If you've had any at all.
Not really. Like for the most part, I feel like the sports card community is like really open, like to see like females in the hobby, and like they're just like, oh hey, it's great. They just like personal message me like, oh hey, it's great to see like another female collector in the hobby, and so like they're open minded. But like for as of my parents, they think it is like a male thing, like sports, and like but still I don't think that like matters. I think like if I, produce content and be consistent with that and like probably like build something from this, hopefully, then like they will start to like accept it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's very important that the hobby has people like you in it, I think, to allow females out there who want to pursue this but may not have the confidence to, and that's exactly what you're doing, is you're giving them the confidence to do what Loyola is doing and start their own channel and pursue their dreams and passions. A lot of things that prevented me to start a YouTube channel is I thought it was predominantly older men who thought who knew more than me, and I didn't want them to, call me out on all my opinions and stuff. And you'd be like, "Yeah, you're so wrong. You don't even know what you're talking about. Like, why are you even do this?" And that has happened on a lot of my earlier videos. I would have guys call me out and say, PSA collector, you should get a real job, or you're not even, it's crazy. And I would just keep busting through all that, and see the big picture in the end, and know that I'm getting a lot of positive comments and a lot of positive feedback. And with that, you're going to get a little bit of negative, because there's a lot of negativity in the world. And I was talking to Boris about this, and it's our job and duties to turn that negativity into positivity. And Gary Vee stresses that and speeches that a lot as well. And so I think channels like you and Boris are starting, and you guys are just full of passion and positivity, and that's awesome. That's what the hobby needs. Because there are a lot of females that reach out to me, and they tell me about how they, try to join Facebook collector groups, and they'll try to sell cards and stuff, and all they do is get bashed on by the guys saying that, that they don't know anything, and they reach out to me. So it's awesome to see that you just going out there and killing it and crushing it and growing and being accepted. So let's see. So that's 4 big questions I had. Well, actually, I have one more kind of big one. What would you tell other females that are thinking about starting their sports card YouTube channel? So imagine I'm an 18-year-old girl. I have a house full of brothers. They all collect sports cards. I enjoyed the hobby with them growing up, and I want to start my own sports card YouTube channel. However, I don't feel confident enough. What do you think? What would be some good advice?
Honestly, just like speak your truth, because like, if anyone's gonna hate you on that, then I mean, you already like said your truth. So I mean, just block that out then. But like, don't like try to look like the expert if you just got into the hobby like myself, because like I'd say like, share your journey, share your lessons and mistakes, and like be transparent about like, both your wins and losses, because I know some people find it hard to also talk about their losses, but just say that, hey, like, this is what I've learned so far, instead of saying, hey guys, this is what you should do, or like try to seem like an expert. I think you would be more comfortable to put out more content that way. That's essentially some of the best advice you can give to anybody is, don't try to act like you're an expert if you're not. Be upfront about it. Be like, hey guys, I'm just starting my journey. I want to share it with you and start documenting the process that I'm going through. And just like Gary Vee says. Yes. And go and take you guys along with me. So that's very good information, advice for all you females out in the hobby. If you're ready to start your channel, start watching Loyola. Start watching Gary Vee. If you need that motivation, because every day I find myself, not every day, but almost every day, I get depleted, and I need that motivation to get me started. I need that spark, and 1 hour of Gary Vee, and I'm back at it. Is that the same thing? Does that apply to you as well? Yeah. Yep. I follow him on Instagram. I follow him on YouTube. Everywhere. He's everywhere. Yeah, it's great to see, because that 20-second video, when I'm feeling just like depleted, and he spit some knowledge and motivation, that's all I needed to get right back to work. So if you guys are wanting to start hustling and grinding, watch Gary Vee. If you're a female, start watching Loyola. Who are you? Are there any female YouTubers out there that you kind of look up to and have been watching that motivated you? Honestly, no. Like, Gary Vee is like like someone I like really look up to. Like, I consume his content like almost on the daily basis. Like, if there's like negativity in my life, or like sometimes negative people, like, just block that out and listen to some Gary Vee, and then you'll be back on the grind and like have all that positive energy. Yes, for real. So it's so interesting to see that there's not many female YouTubers out there, baseball card enthusiasts. Do you think that's going to change? Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot, because like I think like some females, they're like their husband may be into sports cards, and so like they're like educated about sports cards and got into it maybe because of their husband. So I mean, I think a lot of people.
And they would approach it with like you're doing as far as a investment side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're primarily an investor, or are you more focusing on just collecting because you want the card? I mean, or both?
Mm-hmm. I'd say both, but right now, like I'm like I don't really buy the $4 cards right now because currently I live outside the US, so it's almost like not even worth it to buy those cheaper raw cards, So like yeah, because shipping would already cost like double that. So yeah.
So where do you live at?
Right now I live in Thailand. Yeah, it's in Asia.
Oh wow, that's so crazy. I didn't know you lived in Thailand. What time is it there?
Like almost 11. It's
At
12.
night?
It's a 12-hour difference, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's 11:44 in the morning here. I thought you were US.
No.
Wow, that's so crazy. So you're like ready to go to bed, or do you stay up late?
I mean, I would stay up for this. I mean, I would talk, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna keep you much longer. Let's try to get some more content. So let's take a look at your channel real quick, and I'm gonna kind of give you my thoughts. Number one, I love what you're doing with the consistency of the thumbnails. How do you edit your thumbnails? What software do you use?
I use Photoshop, but
Nice.
at first I had no idea how to use Photoshop at all. It was like some code. It was like it's as hard as like programming in my opinion at first. And so I just searched up like YouTube was my best friend. So I watched a ton of YouTube videos, followed it like step by step, and then like I tried to not be like a perfectionist, so like because you would be sitting in there for days, creating that same thumbnail, moving like every like inch, to make it like perfect. But yeah, just Photoshop.
So you learn how to do Photoshop, and you kept it basic at the beginning, which essentially that's what I did as well. And I would also obsess about my thumbnail, spending like hours on it. And I came to the realization that it's not necessary. Like all you got to do is just get a photo of yourself up, put it on a colorful background, and throw some text about what your video is, and then occasionally put these graphs in here. People love these graphs and these little emojis. So I think you're crushing it, and it's awesome to see that you're learning how to do Photoshop as well, because there's other tools, the Adobe tools like Adobe Premiere Pro. So how do you edit your videos?
Oh, I use Final Cut Pro.
Oh, okay, cool. Or that works as well. But for me, I do Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro, and then for the graphics, I do Adobe After Effects. But whatever works for you, you're killing it. Your thumbnails are very enticing. Your titles are very enticing, and your views are going up. Your subs are going up. You have a interesting angle when it comes to what you're buying and collecting, which is good. That's what we need in the hobby, in my opinion, because guys that have been in the hobby for 40 years, 30 years, they're not going to want to buy the new stuff. They don't see any value in the new stuff. They think that all the vintage stuff is what you should be spending your money on. However, that's not the case, because the stuff that's new today is one day going to be vintage to somebody. So just coming into the hobby and bringing those different perspectives, it's awesome to see, because it's going to allow people to buy what they want. So let's say somebody comes into the hobby, they're like, okay, I want to start collecting sports cards, and they watch a video, and he's like, if you want to spend your money, spend it wisely and buy vintage cards. And the guy's like, or the guy or girl's like, well, I don't want to buy vintage cards. I don't like collecting that. I want to buy the new stuff. They come across your video, you're promoting the new stuff, they're going to be like, banger, I'm following her, I agree with her, I like her content, she's doing the research for me. And essentially that's why these top 5 videos are a hit across the board on all channels, is because you're doing the research for these people. That's why people jump on those videos. And I highly suggest if you're a new YouTuber to start off doing the top 5 cards that you think people should be buying, or that you're buying now, and you have to back that up with knowledge and confidence. You can't just throw out 5 random cards, because people aren't going to want to trust you. But if people trust you, they agree with you, and they can see that Loyola is putting in her work. How do you say your last name?
Oh, it's like Win, W-I-N.
Gotcha. See, I'm horrible with names, so I didn't want to attempt to say.
It's all good.
If it were for me, I would have said Nguyen, which is not right.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Oh, okay. So it's Loyola Nguyen.
Yeah.
Gotcha. With your Instagram, you're blowing up as well. Now, have you? Another thing I'm going to nitpick at is the ratio of the images.
Right. Yeah.
And that's super easy. That's super. I struggled with that. But since you're doing Photoshop, it's not an issue at all. So see how you're cropped out.
Mhm.
All you have to do is, let's see if I have it open. Oh, there's a thumbnail in the making.
Ooh.
Okay, so all you have to do is say, okay, let's just go to File, New, and do their width. It has to be even. So let's say 1,000 by 1,000, and Instagram will not crop it. So whatever you put in this picture, it's going to show up on your Instagram, like mine. I'll show you real quick. And I think that's crucial. People have to be able to read what this says. You don't want to have them click on it. And it's going to make your Instagram look a lot more organized. See how mine, everything, you can read it?
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
All I do is I just do the 1,000 by 1,000. And then when I do the videos, that's why I have this big blob down here, because that's the thumbnail, and it won't crop out to 1,000 by 1,000. It's 1920 by 1080. So what I do is I just, let's see. So I'll take that and I'll put it over. So that's the thumbnail. And then that's why this is down here. So it allows it to be everything to show up on the image. And so that's another suggestion I would do, is to start uploading your IG thumbnails. Now this is cropped off, but that's just because I'm okay with that. People can see the card and they can see the grade up here. They can see the title. So I'm okay with that being cropped off and this. However, when I upload a video, I want people to read it. I made sure this is nice and legible, and this one was legible. So that's a small little thing that can go a long way. And if you need have any other questions on that, just ask me, and I can help you out. But other than that, you are absolutely crushing it, and your channel is, you keep doing what you're doing, and your channel is going to be great. And that's why I wanted to make this video, is to promote your channel and let everybody know that you're out there. And if you're a female in the hobby, you're a great role model to be following and learning from. And not only if you want to start investing in sports cards, but also if you want to create your own sports card YouTube channel, or any other YouTube channel for that matter, do what you're doing and you'll be successful. The SEO optimized, the title optimized, the hashtag optimized, and you're hearting every comment, and you're commenting on every comment. That shows, like, that's not easy. A lot of guys out there don't understand how hard that is. I mean, the bigger you get, the more you'll understand when I'm talking about how difficult that is. But even at 500 subs, that's still, like, you're putting in the work. There's Brandon right there. I'm going to talk to him.
Yes,
soon.
Brandon.
That guy.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's putting in the work as well. I'm excited to talk to him. That guy is super funny, and his personality is just very unique.
Yeah, honestly, what motivates me is when people like reach out to me, like through like DM or like comment on stuff, and then like we get to like interact and talk about like things we're passionate about. Because like for me locally, like there is like 0 people who I know who like have the same interest as me, and so like I feel like super like motivated and like super motivated when I get to talk with like other like-minded people. I think that's what truly drives me.
So have you considered to do live streams and talk to people and do it that way, answer their questions and engage with the community? Because that in itself is a big motivator for me to do live streams, is talking to people, have them show up and support me. And that's a huge energy boost and, just motivator. So what are your thoughts on starting live streams?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I haven't really been thinking about it because I had this insecurity that I don't have any boxes to open or anything like that. But thanks for the idea. I'll definitely start doing them.
Well, it's awesome to see that you're open to the idea, because a lot of people, they're like, no. At first I was like, live stream isn't for me. I don't want to do it. Too much technical stuff. People are going to come on and they're going to start bashing me and saying, oh, PSA Collector is a punk, I got over all that. And I sat down and I finally did my first live stream. And after it, I was exhausted for 2 days because all the energy it took for me. However, the next week I said, you know what, I'm going to do 2 live streams this week. And I did it. And the result I got, the feedback I got was, it was incredible. So I'm starting to think outside of the box, just like when I do sports card investing. I'm starting to think outside of the box for my videos. So I'm like, how can I do a live stream without opening up a box of cards? Because eventually my money's going to run out. Am I buying boxes? Am I buying sports cards? And sometimes you buy a box and you don't pull anything out of it.
Right.
So one thing that I'm thinking about doing, and I think that you could consider doing, because this is what you like to do, is, so when you're looking to invest in a player, so let's say you're looking to buy more Jason Tatum cards, go live and share your screen and have, figure out a way to where you having a multi-camera, you have your desktop being recorded and also your face being recorded. And then you're going to also have to pay attention to the chats as well. So it's something it's going to be a work in progress that over time you'll get better at and more comfortable with doing. But I think you could go hunting live with your followers, and they're going to love that. They're going to love watching you browse eBay and buy cards. And that's exactly what I'm going to start doing here. I just need to wait for my funds to go back up. So, thinking outside of the box like that kind of content creation, or do you have any kind of local sports card stores in Thailand?
No.
Do you have any flea markets or garage sales that you can possibly find sports cards, or is it just completely obsolete over there?
It's pretty much obsolete. Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. Well, what about, do you guys have local grocery stores that sell sports cards? Or no?
No,
Wow.
Not at all. Yeah.
I see a lot of people from Thailand selling sports cards, though. It's crazy that you guys there's a community over there, but there's no market. You could also, there's so many different avenues you can take. You can even go live stream and just answer questions. Like going live with Loyola today, here to answer all your questions. Even if you have 5 people watching, and asking questions, you can still get a lot of traction with your channel. You're going to get that watch time going up. You're going to get more subscribers. YouTube is going to be recommending when you go live to other people, because YouTube likes that when people go live. And I think it's just a great way to engage in the community, grow your channel, get those watch time hours, and get monetized as fast as possible so you can start growing faster, essentially. So I would definitely consider that. Boris, I talked Boris into it. Me and him, like I said, we're getting ready to do a live stream together. And that's going to be on his channel. So me and him are going to be talking live on his channel, and he's going to be getting all that traction, all that watch time hours. And I'd be more than willing to do that with you on your channel as well. You can go live with PSA Collector. We can, talk about sports cards that we're looking into, or, think outside of the box, come up with different topics. And maybe we could even do a 4-person. I'm thinking maybe a 4 or 5-person live stream, where we're all talking together, and we create a show, and people will join in and comment, and we'll do it on different channels. We can rotate and stuff. I'm just super excited to see your channel grow. I'm very excited that you sat down and talked to me. Super excited to see the females in this hobby. You guys offer a different angle, a different perspective, and I wanted you on the channel, promote you, let all the females out there know, hey, Loyola Nguyen on YouTube. Follow her lead essentially, and follow your passion. So it was great having you, Loyola. Very excited to see your future and see your growth. You're on Instagram, you're on YouTube. what other social media platforms can people find you on?
TikTok and Facebook.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah. TikTok, Facebook,
Twitter.
Twitter.
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it on like all of them because like Gary Vee is like, guys, go on. Yeah.
I uploaded 3 videos to TikTok as an experiment, and I'm gonna continue to do that. But it's awesome to see you on TikTok. Boris is on TikTok as well, so it's. I'm still trying to figure out how that platform works and how video content creation works for me. So if anybody wants to find you on any of these social media, just type in Loyola Nguyen. Okay, Loyola, you have anything to say before we go?
Thanks for having me, Matt. And you are like my Gary Vee in the sports card world. So I mean, it was a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And that's, I'm trying to pay it forward. Gary Vee, he kind of taught me how to, Gary Vee taught me to do that, pay it forward. And I'm glad to see that it's working. I'm glad to be in the position. I'm very blessed to be in the position I am to, influence others like you and see that reflection in your videos, the positivity, the passion, the knowledge. So thank you again, Loyola. And I'm going to end it there, okay? All right, guys. So right now, I want you to go to YouTube, type in Loyola Nguyen, and follow her on YouTube, okay? Help promote and support her channel. She's got a lot of knowledge. She has a different perspective on the hobby and a different angle, and it's crucial for us out there to understand these different angles and perspectives, okay? Because ultimately, guys, the future is up in the air as far as what cards are going to be the most valuable, which cards are going to be the most collectible. And it's good to see younger people entering the hobby and offering their input and their perspective. So go follow her on YouTube, support her channel, follow her on Instagram, support her Instagram account, and on TikTok and Facebook as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for supporting my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.